So our topic is coordination in plants, and as we have just finished our discussion about the coordination in human beings, so do we have the coordination in plants as well? Do you, when you talk about coordination, the first thing that comes to your mind is about the brain, right? The human nervous system, the central nervous system, the peripheral nervous system, the autonomic nervous system, the nerves, the spinal cord, the reflex action, the reflex arc. So all these things we put together and we imagine about the coordination in human beings. But when you're talking about the coordination in plants, all these things are not there, right? Do they have a brain? No. Do they have a nervous system? No. Do they have spinal cord? No. But still, we are talking about the coordination in plants. Yes, it is important in plants as well because they are also living organisms. They do have life. Okay, they grow, they reproduce, and they also survive over a long period of time. So that is why we call it uh, an important aspect in the life process, that is coordination in plants. Okay, now when we are talking about coordination in plants which are stationary, now we are going to have coordination. So coordination leads to movement. We talk about movement. So there will be two main parts I said about the movement in plants. First is the growth dependent movement, and the second is the growth independent. So when you're talking about the growth dependent movement, we have a lot of things like about the growth of the shoot, the height of the plant, the roots of the plant, the width of the plant. That is your growth of the plant. Then it is not about the plant growth. Then it is growth independent. So still it moves when it is not growing. Means what? What are the reasons when this moves? You remember, you must have come across the mimosa plant. It's also called in Hindi chui mui. Okay, जिसको टच करने से वो shrink हो जाती है इसकी leaves. Have you seen that? Yes or no? Yes. So such leaves are also moving because of a particular reaction. Okay. तो इसको कहते हैं growth independent reaction. ठीक है. So that is one of the examples of this particular. So why does this happen? What happens? ये सब हम अभी लिखेंगे. तो एनिमल्स हैव अभी हम थोड़ा सा इसमें से हम रीड करके आपको बताते हैं. Animals have nervous system for controlling and coordinating the activities of the body, but the plants have neither a nervous system nor muscles, so they have to respond to stimuli. Okay, when we touch the leaves of a tree, the sensitive parts or touch me not plants of the mimosa family, they begin to fold up and drip. When a seed germinates, the root goes down. The stem comes up into the air. What happens? Firstly, the leaves of the sensitive plants move very quickly in response to the touch. There is no growth involved in the movement. On the other hand, the directional movement of the seedling is caused by the growth. It is prevented from growing. It will not show any movement. So plants show two different types of movement. One is dependent on growth and the other is independent of growth. So independent, immediate response to stimulus. Let us think about the first kind of movement, so known as the growth independent movement. This part. Oh, I just have a. Okay. So let us think about the first kind of movement, such as that of the sensitive plant. Since no growth is involved, the plant must actually move its leaves in response to the touch. But there is no nervous tissue nor any muscle tissue. How does the plant detect the touch? And how do the leaves move in response? Because we have done in the reflex action कि कभी भी कोई ऐसे टच होता है या कुछ So our nerve cells, they give the message to our spinal cord, and then it gives to the there are a lot of neurons in in the process, motor neurons, the affect neurons, and then all this whole process keeps on going on. So so what do we do in this scenario? How do we find out what is going to affect? I mean, just excuse me. Yeah. Tell me, how are we going to find out? It does not have any nerve cells. It does not have any neurons. How it's going to find out the sensation of touch? And of course, it responds to the stimulus. So how does this happen in case of a mimosa plant? That is the question. Okay. So if we think about where exactly the plant is touched and what part of the plant actually moves, it is apparent that the movement happens at the point different from the point of touch. So information that a touch has occurred must be communicated. The plants also use the electrochemical means to convey the information from cell to cell. But unlike in animals, there is no specialized tissue in plants for the conduction of information. Finally, as in animals, some cells must change shape in order for the movement to happen. Instead of the specialized proteins found in animal muscle cells, plant cells change shape by changing the amount of water in them, resulting in swelling or shrinking and therefore in changing the shape. गॉट इट? जैसे कि हमने अभी लास्ट क्वेश्चन क्या पढ़ा था कि हमारे इसमें मसल्स के मूवमेंट कैसे होते हैं, व्हाट इज द मेन ट्रिक और व्हाट इज द मेन मैजिक बाय विच द मसल्स do this particular reaction. So the main contribution of that muscle movement is by changing its shape, and that happens because of the proteins present in it, right? So now अभी हमारे इसमें तो ना प्रोटीन्स है ना मसल्स है ना कुछ है, तो प्लांट्स में क्या है? So there is water. So it does have the electrochemical impulse which is passed on, but it is because of the water. Okay. So हम इसका आंसर लिख लें. Okay. Coordination in plants में सब में पहला question. How do the leaves move in response? How do the leaves move in response to the touch? To the touch. And how do they detect it? And how do they detect it? तो आंसर लिखें. Plants use plants use electrical chemical means to convey the information from cell to cell. Plants use plants use electrical chemical means to convey the information means to convey the information from cell to cell. But unlike in animals, sorry, cell to cell ही लिखे, animals कुछ नहीं लिखे. I'll repeat. Plants use electrical chemical means to convey the information from cell to cell. Full stop. Plant cells change shape. Plant cells change shape by changing the amount of water in them. By changing the amount of water in them resulting in resulting in swelling or shrinking, swelling or shrinking, and therefore in changing shape. Hence, when we touch the leaves, when we touch the leaves of mimosa plant, they begin to fold up and droop. They begin to fold up and droop. They begin to fold up and droop. That is about the first part, that is related to the growth independent, not related to any growth or anything. अभी growth dependent का topic बहुत बड़ा है. I hope we finish it now. The first thing about it is about the different types of tropism. तो इसमें सबसे पहले तो आप लिखा, हमने अभी तक डिस्कस किया ना, what is tropism? That is a movement. Okay, so it is in again in response. Okay, so right, what is tropism? The movement or the movement or the movement or the growth of any part of a plant in response to an external stimulus is called tropism or tropic movement. Is called tropism or tropic movement. So, are you getting it? What I want to tell you? The second side, that is growth dependent movement, in which there will be the growth of the plant, but it will depend on some external stimulus. Now, what are those external stimuli which will make the growth of that plant happen? And that will come under our main topic, coordination in plants. Got it? Yeah. So the first question which we wrote was, what is tropism? Tropism is a very important topic in growth dependent movement. लिखा है ना आपने ठीक से? Tropism क्या होता है? It is a movement or growth of any part of a plant in response to an external stimulus. Okay, so there is any external stimulus जिसके response में कोई भी movement होता है plant का for growth is known as tropism. Fine. अभी ये क्या क्या हो सकता है, कौन से पार्ट्स हो सकते हैं? So let's take a look. So and first also find out why do tropic movements take place in plants. So can you tell why do tropic movements take place in plants? plant? That will be because of the different external stimuli. That is the answer. So what are the external stimuli which are going to affect the movement of the plants related to growth? Number one, water. Number two, sunlight. Number three, gravity. Okay, these are some examples of external stimuli which are going to make the movement of the plant happen, which is for the growth of that plant. Okay, the first one is for light, second is for because of water, and third is because of gravity. So please take down the second question. Why do tropic movements take place in plants? Why do tropic movements take place in plants? Why do tropic movements take place in plants? Tropic movements take place in plants. Answer है tropic movements take place in plants in response to in response to in response